Hello, Mr. Shinde. How are you doing?
Namaste, madam. I'm absolutely fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And good to have you here after a long time.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so, Mr. Shinde, actually, I had come across some terms called as solution-focused counseling. Can you just tell me what this exactly means?
Yeah. See, generally, when people come for a counseling that is related to mental and emotional well being, people come and discuss matters related to marital discord, health problems, career problems, conflicts at home, and various other situations that a common man can encounter. This is what generally happens in a typical counseling process with any given counselor.
Correct.
However, there is one category of clientele which comes to a counselor not to delve deep into the childhood trauma or the problems of the past, or to explore the mental and emotional situation which is in a negative state. They are interested in finding a solution to an immediate problem that they are facing, and that is of immediate concern. That problem, the current problem, is of immediate concern. They are only interested in finding a solution to that problem. So this is what is known as solution focused counseling.
Okay, so this is some kind of a very specific kind of counseling.
Yes, that is to the objective being to find a solution to an immediate problem that any person is facing. It can also be a group of people facing as well. Yes.
Okay, okay. So how does this solution focused counseling help in terms of, what are its advantages?
See, the advantages are what? That the counselor helps the client or the clients to understand what their strengths and weaknesses are, on the basis of which they can find a solution to an immediate problem that they are facing. In addition to that, what are the other resources available with the client or the group of clients that can help them find a solution to the immediate problem that they are facing? In solution focused counseling, one does not spend a lot of time with the client by going deep into past issues or past problems, like childhood trauma or any other difficulties which have been of serious nature in the client's life, which has led to the current problems of the client. We do go into fair amount of levels of the problem, but we don't take a deep dive into the problem. The focus is more on soliciting a solution.
Okay, I think I get a fair idea of what you are saying. So could you just give us a small example of solution focused counseling?
Well, you see, I'll give you an example of one of my clients. There was one client of mine who was working in the corporate industry for about 24 years. Now, for some reason, he did not do very well in the corporate sector for 24 years, and he realized that at one point that I should exit my employment from the corporate sector and become an entrepreneur. But he was unable to make a decision, and he didn't know as to which entrepreneurial activity to choose. So when he came and sat with me and discussed his strengths, his weaknesses, and the resources available,
Okay.
then we realized that with these financial resources, he can probably start an entrepreneurial activity that correlates or with this value of financial resources. The other thing is, we were able to come to a conclusion by discussing what his strengths are and which entrepreneurial activity will commensurate with his strength. So I'll tell you, this person was deeply inclined towards going into agriculture or farming. The resource that he had was, he had an ancestral property of about 10 acres, and he had adequate financial sources with which he could start the farming activity on the land and thereby exit from the corporate sector after 24 years and become an entrepreneur, but in the agricultural sector.
Okay, okay. This was very informative. So, just one final question. I just wanted to know, is the solution focused counseling applicable only to individuals or does it apply to groups also?
No, solution focused counseling doesn't apply only to a single individual. Sometimes a group of people can also come to you to solicit help and guidance in solving a problem. For example, let us say there are four partners in a business enterprise, and the four partners are facing some very difficult situation with their business, and because they are collectively involved in driving the business, they may come to a counselor like me and solicit my help to find a solution to that problem by exploring into their strengths, their weaknesses, and their mental situation, their emotional situation, and the resources that they have.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Shinde, for giving such elaborate information. It was really nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Pleasure to meet you.